I'm Bias Trades here, and today's going to be a bit of a different video. We're going to be going through the NinjaTrader platform, especially for backtesting, and also explaining what a walk-forward test is and why it's very useful. So let's get straight into it. So this is just how the normal NinjaTrader platform will look. You'll have like kind of a toolbar, which is kind of similar to the DAS platform if you've ever used that before. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to New, then Strategy Analyzer. So for this example, you would have needed a strategy already coded into NinjaTrader, but this could be done by you, or you could commission someone like me or someone else to create one for you, or this could be simply downloading one from like online, for example. Now, we're going to go to the trendline strategy, which was a recent discussion on a podcast with the Friendly Bear. It was amazing for him to have me on, and we kind of discussed how we quantified trend lines, and a couple other different topics in backtesting. Now, for this single strategy, this is mainly just taking long or short positions based on a trend line. I won't go into the super specifics of it, but we will be messing around with different variables of it and seeing how that affects backtest. So first, when you have this open, you'll see there's a lot of things. Now, not every strategy will have this many different variables. It'll most likely, I would say, normally have 5 or 4, depending. But, as they get more complex, you'll definitely have more. Now, a part you'll always see based on your strategy when you're analyzing it through NinjaTrader will be this data series, the time frame, setup, historical processing, and order handling, and some order properties as well. So for this strategy, we're going to be testing it first on NQ. Now, this is going to be the NQ 0323 contract. However, don't really worry about this in NinjaTrader because it will be basing the contracts off based on how long you are backtesting it on. So from this example, we're using 2021. Now, I'm going to be doing a very small backtest because I just want it to load quite fast. So let's just go from like September or something like that. So it's not too much data to process. Now, we're also going to be including commissions. Now, the commissions first, if you're doing it through Strategy Analyzer, make sure to set it to 250 in your profiles account. I'll actually show that on another video because it's a bit of an annoying process. I don't actually even know if I have it set up on this computer. But yeah, so make sure to include commissions. Now, for a historical process, this is basically just how it's handling the open, high, low, close, and if it's like going faster or slower on this data. For this, we're just going to be using fast, but I also recommend using the high method as well, which is a bit more detailed, and you can do the type and the value, for example. Order handling, this is pretty simple. It doesn't really affect my strategy at all. It just means that this can only be one entry for per direction. And then we'll also do exiting at close if the position hasn't been closed by a profit or stop loss. So let's click run. So that was very quick because it was a very small backtest. Now we can see here there's a ton of different variables you can be looking at. Now a big thing with NinjaTrader is that some of their choices of formulas are a bit strange. So we'll kind of get into those a bit later, but a classic example is the max drawdown. At least for your backtest is actually your max drawdown. But once we get into walk-forward testing, they do a bit of a weird calculation method here. Another thing you'll have to pay attention to is the number of trades. So if you are doing multi-contract trades, then this will actually not be correct because they are basing it off that each individual contract is a trade itself. I believe they maybe will fix this in the future, or I don't know why they really do it like this, but that can really screw up your percent profitable, your average profit factor ratio, and things like that. Now, this strategy, at least from September, it's not done that well, to be honest. We've got only 6,000 net profit and 7,000 max drawdown, or pretty much 8,000. So it's definitely not a great strategy at all, at least in disregard of these current variables. Now, we'll also be able to go to the analysis part of it. So this is where you get to see like an equity curve of how it's going to done over your backtesting period. Now, we can change this to trades, which I personally prefer, so we can see a bit more granular data on how it's performed. So we can see it actually did, it went up to 8.5, and then it just completely crashed down, meaning there's a lot of volatility on this setup. And, definitely R squared, which is for low volatility of the equity curve, has not been factored in, very volatile. We also have the chart, so like some examples of trades. Now, it won't actually show all the trend lines because the way trend lines are created in this indicator I'm using, it doesn't show them all. But in other indicators and other examples, you'd be able to see them, historically as well. So we can see here some couple of trades. So we can see this, it took a long here, exited here, took a long lost here, and took a break-even position here. Now, you'll be able to scroll back as far as you want, and you'll be able to see kind of how those change over time. Lastly, we're getting into a bit more granular things here. So you can see per executions, per trades. You can even do Monte Carlo. I don't recommend Monte Carlo in NinjaTrader. The calculation methods are, at least from my experience, not very good. I'd actually say using it in Monte Carlo through Excel, if you are wanting to go down that route, is actually a bit better. Or something in Python itself is normally a lot better. Now, that's just a normal backtest. So that's just simulating the entries and exits for your variables or your strategy, and that's simply all it's doing based on the data. Now, you can change any of these variables. So let's change, let's have a look. Let's make the target a bit bigger, and let's make the stop loss a bit lower, and let's make it never go break even. So if we turn this to, I think, 0, we could do that. So if we click run now, and there we go. We've got some new statistics and everything's kind of updated based on that information. We can probably see some of the trades have kind of changed as well. Yeah, they've sort of changed. We see this one's no longer break even. This is a loss. This is actually a loss as well because the stop is lower. And then it actually took another trade straight after. So that's the very basic one. You'll want to see when you're backtesting a strategy some at least positive performance here just on a normal backtest. Now, you can do optimization in NinjaTrader as well. It is quite useful. I won't be diving in too deep into optimization this time, but we're going to be going through walk forward optimization. Now, what this is doing is we're going to, if we scroll down here you go. So we can see optimization period. So how many days will it be optimizing the data from? So let's say if it's 10 days, it's going to be going over those 10 days and seeing what were the best variables allowed in those 10 days that create the biggest profit or whatever you've specialized. Whatever you've selected, such as profit factor. And then it's going to be testing those on 28 days. So let's make this a bit wider. So we're going to do optimization of 30 days, and then I want it to test it on 60 days. I want it to go for, let's something simple, so max net profit. We're then going to be scrolling up, and we need things for it to optimize for. So what is the best value? So we messed around with the profit before, so let's change this. So let's go with a 30 target to a 90 target with 30 increments. So that means it's going from the min, if it updates, there you go. It's going from the min of 30, so 30, 60, and then 90 in the increment level. We're also going to do this for the auto break even. Let's go from 20 to 60 with 20 increments. So hopefully this doesn't take too long to load. And we'll just keep it with 5 minutes. Obviously, you can change this to a lot of different things. You can see that there's some custom things here, and then we can click run. You'll see it's running the iterations, so the optimizations, and now we can see the results. So overall, we got a total net profit of minus $75. Really terrible strategy with these kind of variables entered in. And you sadly won't be able to go through the chart or anything like that with the walk forward optimization. But this is where you'll really be able to see, is your strategy any good and can it perform on unseen data? Because that is the whole point of walk forward testing. So let's lower this down to give you another example. So let's say we tested only on 10 days and then we do the original 28 days. Let's click run and you'll be able to see how that kind of changes it. So now we've actually, exited with about $500 profit in that whole time. Still definitely not good results, but hopefully that shows you how those kind of different variables can change it. And I would say the optimization and test periods, there isn't a go-to number, at least from my experience. I would mess around with it just a bit. Try not to overfit it. I would say try max 5 or 10 iterations max. But normally, I would say if you go with larger, it's normally going to perform a bit worse, really depending on what it is. So let's go 60 to 90. And yeah, we can see it's kind of performed a bit worse here. Now, that obviously will depend based on whatever you're looking at for your strategy. But yeah, so hopefully this is giving you a small walkthrough into how to use NinjaTrader for backtesting, and hope you enjoyed.